These are in really actually very good shape from the 1950s.
At the Goochland County Historical Society,
So it's giving you the timeline of his life.
a new acquisition is creating a stir with staff.
Dear Mom, I received your letter yesterday, and I was glad to hear from you. I had about decided that you weren't going to write.
Storied colonial and Native American history, this is not.
Write soon and often. Love to all, Jim. Well, I think it helps us understand people and what was going on at the time.
But the Society's Ginny Olson says it's a priceless piece of the past, nonetheless.
Oh, we love receiving these treasures. We hate to see these papers get thrown out. A, B, and C's, so he was a pretty good student.
From a Goochland High School report card to a baby book, nearly 95 years old.
He took his first step in 1932.
A collection of documents from and photos of a man you most certainly have never heard of, James Linwood Cobbs.
How is Sue getting along now? I hope I get to see her when I get home.
In letters written by the young, baby-faced teen to his family in the hamlet of Crozier,
Did my easy chair show up?
Jimmy asks about the home life he misses.
This had to mean so much to his mom, to get these letters.
The demand of men and women throughout the world for international order and justice is one of the strongest forces in these troubled times.
With the Korean War approaching, Jimmy also admits he is leaving college, a decision that does not sit well with his parents.
The war news sounds quite a bit better today, doesn't it? I usually hope that things can be straightened out without further fighting.
But Jimmy's letters home abruptly end.
Oh, I don't think you can measure that kind of loss.
On July 21st, 1951, a plane taking the young Air Force corporal to Korea goes missing in the Pacific off the coast of Alaska.
Search for planes halted by weather. Juneau, Alaska, August 9th.
Jimmy and 37 others have never been found.
I don't guess anything will ever square things. All I can say is I am sorry, and I'll try to make it up to you someday.
Ginny says these letters paint a vivid picture of a young man serving his country who gave all.
And I think for this family, it might have even been harder because he didn't tell them he was going to enlist.
I just felt like that I didn't want to throw them away.
Richard Cobbs is donating the trove of letters and memorabilia, an archive honoring the older brother he last saw more than 75 years ago.
I'm approaching the end of my rope, and none of my children have even heard of him, so I had no one to leave it to or give it to.
The 91-year-old remembers the morning in 1951 when word about Jimmy's disappearance reached Goochland.
I was lying in bed, and my father came to the bedroom door early in the morning and told us my brother was missing, and get up. He was crying.
The pain was palpable in the Cobbs household for years, the subject of Jimmy too difficult to discuss, especially with no remains to mourn.
My parents kind of withdrew after that. I know my father did. He was never the same.
The family preserved Jimmy's letters and newspaper clippings, a tangible link to their missing son.
I don't think that she actually accepted that he was dead until a letter came from the Air Force months later. There was always that hope in her heart.
As we move farther from that fateful day, Richard winces at the thought of the correspondences trashed after he is gone.
I dream occasionally that he's showed back up.
We need to know. We need to know what these people's everyday life was because we didn't see it, and he's not here to tell us what happened. So these letters are that important link to the past.
James Richmond, executive director of the Goochland Historical Society, says Jimmy's legacy is protected in black and white.
These are the people that don't get remembered. You know, they passed away before their life even started. So us honoring him like this brings him back to life.
Grace Episcopal Church, Goochland, Virginia. It's the one I've been going to since 1935.
Richard Cobbs is intent on honoring his sibling any way he can.
Oh, they didn't bring it back, of course. Never found it.
Inside the family church cemetery sits a headstone above an empty grave.
He's one of many who lost their lives for the country. I think he deserves to be remembered.
This is, I think, probably the last Christmas card that he sent his mom.
Back at Goochland Historical Society, Ginny Olson is humbled holding such precious documents.
And he didn't want the story of his brother to be lost. Maybe someday he will be found. His remains might be found.
This Cobbs family archive details a young man gone too soon.
May the thought of your son's faithfulness to his country bring increasing comfort to you as time passes.
Safeguarded forevermore.
He has not died because he's not here on earth, but we are keeping his memory and his life alive.
No, never had any closure. All they got was a flag and a check for $10,000, which was their insurance policy.
After so many pain-filled years, Richard takes comfort knowing Jimmy's legacy endures.
It gave me a great deal of relief and satisfaction to know that someone was interested in it.
A decision by one man to keep his brother close by letting go.
He'll always be 19 years old to me.
For I Have a Story.
I felt like that I needed to do something so that he might be remembered.
I'm Greg McQuade, CBS 6 News.